Brothers and sisters, and Amaziah doing another video. Well, today I want to get on is confusion of faith. You know, and what confusion of faith is, meaning they're not going to really look like an Israelite, but if their bloodline goes back to Israelite, go back to so-called blacks or Hispanics on their father's side, then that makes them, a Jake or Eve. Like, let's go to, because they all start with the father. So let's go to Numbers 118. I gotta go there. This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 18 says, they assemble all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees. Pedigrees mean national lineage after their families by the house of their fathers. See that? Fathers, because those small hats and everything. Them Jews say that's your mother's side, but that's not true. The woman is the one that carries the seed incubator, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So your father's side, That's why I say, it's, your national is basically your father's side, paternal, not maternal. Patriarch, you know. Let's go to confusion of faith now. And it says, it says, since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass. Ezra 9:7. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day. And for our iniquities, trespass, because we messed up our ancestors, and for our iniquities, means sin upon sin, have we, our kings and our priests, have been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, sword, meaning death. We just keep messing up. Kings, these governors, politicians, kings, presidents, rulers of the land, kings of the land, to the sword. Modern day sword is a gun. The gun, that's basically what's going on. Take down Jake to captivity. What's going on right now, into a spoil, into confusion of faith, as it is as it is this day. So, confusion of faith. Now, why the reason I say that is because look at Sneeko. Sneeko, from Fresh and Fit. Now he's he looked like a Jake. He's a so-called Haitian or something. Well, Haitian is a term. Just like Jamaican. Like you can have like a so-called white Jamaican. Then they call the black Jamaicans Afro Jamaicans. It's the same thing with the Haitians. Cause Sneeko, you see the street Sneeko, you think he's a Jake. His mom is Filipino and his dad is supposed to be a Haitian or something. Not a black Haitian though. His dad is a let me see. Family. It says Sneak was born in New York City into a family of Haitian and Filipino ancestry and speaks French fluently. Now, his grandfather on his see here right here, his grandfather, was a Jews, a so-called small hat. Sneeko has discussed his paternal and maternal grandfathers. His father's family has Ashkenazi, Jewish, and French roots. With see, so he looks like a He looks like a Jake, French root with a grandfather who fled France to Haiti and converted to Catholicism. You know, so yeah, so he looks like a Jake. That's all what happens. His father, then his grandfather was a small hat, so called so called J. You know, so Sneeko may look like a that's confusion of face, confused face of heathens So that he's he's not he looks like a Jake, but he's not really a Jake. He looked just like a Jake, man, but he's not, because it's the confusion of face. That's how it goes though. It says, and then Daniel 9:7 says, "O Lord, belongeth unto thee, but unto us confusion of faces as at this day, to the men of Judah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and unto all Israel that are near and that are far off, through all the countries whither thou hast driven them because of their trespass, that they have trespassed against thee." So yeah, our ancestors messed up. Now on the flip side, let me see. This Eve, I think that she might be a Eve. Maybe I could be wrong, but this is Liza. This is what you call Liza Minnelli. She's Italian or something. With Sicilian roots, because her grandfather on her father's side was a Sicilian. So it's a possibility. I mean, because look at that. You watch this movie called True Romance. It goes into the scene. It says, Dennis Hopper in the movie says, when he's about to die in that movie, True Romance, that the Italians, well, Sicilians were spawned by the N words, the hard R. So what does that tell you? But look at this. This is back in '89. Now, can a heathen be talented like that? Can a heathen be talented, do something like that, dance like that? Now, she's Italian, Sicilian Italian, on her father's side, Now, is she a heathen? I think she's a Eve though. I really think that she's an Eve or something. I mean, look at that. She's older now, but for her to dance like that, that is like she might. Because some Jakes were, they had a lot of Jakes in Italy and everything, all over, scattered for four corners of the earth. But Jake was mixing his seed around that time. So it's like, hey, even the movie True Romance, he said the Dennis Hopper in that movie said the Italians were spawned by N words. He said blonde hair and blue eyes became black hair, and different color eyes. I mean, it's still they still Edomites down there, but some goes back to so-called blacks, on that father's side. Some goes. So yeah, if she can dance like this, I mean, come on, man. This has to be a Eve. This has to be a Eve. I mean, how can you not dance? She's definitely a confusion of face. Let me see. This is definitely like a confusion of face. I mean, I mean, come on. Look at that. Let's see how she danced and everything. Dance moves. Now look at that. I mean, this is when she was younger in her 40s. So. Now, if she's not a confusion of face, that's definitely Sicilian roots too. Just proves something. You can't go by looks. You know, you cannot go by looks. It just proves that you cannot go by looks. Well, this is a clear one. See, look at that. Look at that. This is definitely have to be a confusion of face. This is definitely a confusion of face. Italian, and some are Edomites. Some, in Italy, Sicily, but I'm convinced. I'm thinking that she is dance like that. Look at that. Look at that dance move. How can you? That's definitely a confusion of face. You know, that's definitely a confusion of face. I mean, come on. You gonna deny that? I mean, I can't turn the music up because it'll be copyrighted. But yeah, that's a she's definitely a confusion of face. See that, man? It says Daniel 9:8. It says, "O Lord, to us belongs confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee." Yeah, we sinned. Our ancestors sinned and everything. You know, that's what happened. We messed up. That's why the Most High let this happen. Get taken into another. By the enemy. And then Baruch 1:15 says, "And ye shall say to the Most High, our power belongeth righteousness, but unto us the confusion of faces, as it is come to pass to this day unto them of Judah or to the inhabitants of Jerusalem." So yeah, confusion of face. I mean, those dance moves like that, like, come on, man. Let me see. Daniel. Let's go to Daniel. Well, let's go to. Let me see. It says Liza. That's what her name is. Liza Minnelli has Italian roots, including partly Sicilian heritage, which she inherited from her father, film director Vincent Minnelli, whose family originated from Pal, Pal, Palermo, Palermo, Sicily. This background has always been an important part of her identity. So yes, Sicilian. Her grandfather was Sicilian. Her grandfather was a Sicilian on her father's side. Look at this. Because Liza does have Sicilian heritage. Her paternal grandfather, Vincent Charles Melly, was from Sicily. See that, man? And that means, so yeah, Sicily, Sicilian. I mean, non and that means what that means is she she very well could be a Eve. I think she is. I'm convinced. See how she was dancing and everything. I mean, come on. Okay, let's go to blue letter to Daniel's 9 and 7. No. Let's just go to blue letter, look up confusion, Okay, blue letter. Let's go to blue letter. This is confusion. Confusion of face, okay. Strong's influence. Shame. Confusion, meaning shame. Shameful thing. Let me see. Strong's. Let's go to Bolshef.
Strong's H1322. Bosheth. Bosheth.
So yeah, biblical uses. Bolshef, shame, the feeling and condition, as well as its cause by implication, specifically in idol. Shame, confusion greatly with the shame. So it's a shameful thing to have confusion face. Scornful. See, shame. So yeah, it's feminine. So confusion, that's confusion, okay. Bullshit, that's what it is. And this is Pawneen, let me see.
Strong's H6440. Panim. Cassinius Lexicon. Penuel. Second entry. Peniel.
So we see that right there. Panim, let me see. This is masculine, confusion, and then this is faces. Panim as unused noun, the face, as that part that turns used in great variety of applications. Also as preposition against anger, as longer at battle because of beseech, countenance, edge, employ, endure, face, favor, for, fear of, for, forefront, from, front. Okay. Outline of biblical face, faces, precincts, person, face, as seraphim or cherubim, face of animals, face, surface of ground, as evidence, before, behind, toward, in front of, for, formerly, with prat in front of, before, to the presence of, in the face of, at the face, or from the presence of, before. So yeah, it's just, Panim, which is biblical usage. Strong's info. That's a. So yeah, this is all a confusion of face, man. This is all confusion face. I mean, you seen her dance and everything. I wanted to make this video to prove that, it's spiritual, Well, let me get that scripture to end off with this. Let me see. Spell it wrong. This is what I want to get right here. But he that is spiritual, judge of all things, that he himself is judge of no man, no man. So yeah, you gotta be spiritual and everything. This is spiritual, you know. Um, yeah, 1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual, judge of all things, that he himself is judge of no man. So yeah, this is all spiritual, you know. That's the spirit, you know. I mean, you seen how she could dance back then, back then, she's 80 now, but, and I looked it up, confusion of face. So yeah, confusion of face is definitely, real. You can't, you can't get away from that. People trying to say that it's not real confusion of face. Other camps, saying, oh no, look at her. You can't judge, go by the face and everything. You gotta go by the spirit. I mean, you have them eat them, you can tell, but you gotta go by the spirit. You know, you gotta be spiritual with it. Not about looks, confusion, face. And then do their genealogies too. Their person's genealogy, nationality, because the man is the one that carries the seed, who plants the seed in a woman. Like with her, with Liza Minnelli, her mom was reason why she was like this pale is because her mom, Judy Garland, she was Irish and Irish and French, oh no, Irish and English or something. Her mom was Irish or something, but that's this, but the nationality is not based on your mother's side, based on your father's side. So what her father is, grandfather, on her father's side, that's what she is. So she's a confusion of face. See how she danced like that, real good. Very talented. Come on, back then. But then you see Sneeko, he looks just like a Jake, but he's not. He's a small hat, so-called J, small hat, like he looked just like he looked like a light skinned Jake, a light skinned so-called black man, You wouldn't think that but you can't go by appearance, you gotta go by the spirit. But this is Amaziah signing out. I just wanted to make this video. This just to show y'all and everything that it's not about looks all the time. It's about the spirit and everything. You got to do their genealogies, it's just why you got to do research, and then ask people too. Because I remember I asked who I thought was a Eve, and she turned out to be a brown Edomite. Because she said she looked just like a Eve, brown and everything. But she said her grandfather on her father's side was Irish or something, which means, and some are Jakes over there, but I don't, she's Irish. And I'm like, oh, so he's, she was a brown Edomite, basically. Like, wow. But all right, this is Amaziah signing out. I hope y'all I hope you brothers and sisters edified. Peace. Well, shalom, shalom.